Hello friends, Mandar here. I'm back with another video. Today we are going to talk about a very important topic that impacts a lot of people who immigrate to United States with their children at very young age. They face a very peculiar problem going through the green card application, especially if they are from one of the backlog countries such as India or China. Usually these processing times are so long that their children face aging out situation. What it means is at the age of 21 they can no longer stay on their parents' application and they have to find their own visa. I'm going to talk to three very bright students, Deep, Paulami and Raghav, who come from immigration background and who are going through this pain of aging out situation. So I hope you will enjoy this conversation with Deep, Paulami and Raghav, and let's get started. Welcome to my channel, Deep, Paulami, Raghav. It's nice to meet you. I know you are from different time zones in the United States, and we are all here to discuss about the topic that is impacting all of us at the same time in different ways. So today we are going to talk about what's your experience has been, what are you going through, and really understand the cause that you are all working towards.
All right. Hi, guys. My name is Deep Patel. I was born in India, and when I was 4 years old, my parents immigrated to Canada from India. And then a few years later, they moved to the United States. And ever since, so for the past 16 years, I've been living in the United States. But unfortunately, because of the visa that my parents came on, which was the E2 visa, they didn't have a path to citizenship under the E2 visa. So similarly, I can't have a path to citizenship either. So when I turned 21 a couple years ago, I aged out of that status and had to switch over to an international student status. And then to OPT, which is available after graduating from university. And then now I'm in the immigration limbo, going through different temporary statuses to be able to stay. So all of this has kind of inspired me to start advocating to bring change. So children who grow up in the country in our situations can have a clear path to citizenship and to be able to stay. So I'm excited to share this with everyone.
Yeah, hi, I'm Paulami. I am a freshman at the University of Arizona Honors College. I'm studying public health and neuroscience. I came to America when I was 6 years old, so I was born in India, and I just recently turned 18, so aging out is kind of on my mind now. I don't have that much longer before I may have to switch into an international student visa. I really want to go into medicine or research, and being a dependent or an international student in the future is definitely a barrier to pursuing some of the passions that I want to pursue.
So my name is Raghav. I'm a fourth-year computer science student at UC Davis. I came to the US in 2007 on the H-4 dependent visa, and my dad is on the H-1B visa working in the US. And so I wanted to get into the tech industry and, work at top companies like Facebook, Google. And I faced a lot of challenges with being on a dependent visa and not being able to get internships and things like that. So I just wanted to share my experiences and kind of help advocate for this cause.
So thanks for giving us your background. Tell us about how this has impacted you personally. So from a day-to-day perspective, so what are the things that you have missed out that you wouldn't have if you were a citizen or a green card holder?
To start with, I think growing up and feeling American, because, all of us, we've been brought here at a really young age. So we're growing up in America and feeling American, but we can't participate in everything like our friends or other Americans are able to do. So for example, not having a green card doesn't allow us to work. We're not eligible for many internships. And personally, that really impacted career decisions that I had to potentially make. And then also school, when applying to colleges and universities, not being able to have in-state tuition at many schools, that really limited options that are available. And personally, when thinking about it, being doing everything right, like being, like near the top of the class, volunteering, and everything that you would expect students to do, but still not being able to uh, get those scholarships or go to certain schools. That really, I think, impacts me personally, and I'm sure thousands of other kids who are growing up in our situations.
Right, right. And I can imagine you are with students just like yourself from different parts of the world. And just because you're from one of the backlog countries, you're being impacted in a way that nobody else can even understand. So I think this hits home for all of us who are coming from those countries who have long wait period for green card. Follow me. What's your experience been?
Yeah, I think it's similar to what Deep was talking about. I think it kind of hit hard that I'm also an H4 dependent, that I was on this status when I was applying to colleges, when my counselors didn't know how to help me with federal aid because they didn't know that I wasn't eligible for federal aid. They didn't know what I was supposed to fill out. I had to kind of go through that process myself. And then not being eligible for in-state tuition was a huge impact in my life. I was lucky to get a scholarship that made my in-state schools affordable, but I know that not every dependent is able to do that as well.
That's right.
Yeah, and now when I'm looking for summer programs, public health programs, I keep reading permanent resident or citizenship requirements, and I don't have those requirements.
Yeah, a lot of what Dip and Palomi said, but I think for me, I started noticing the difference when I was first applying to college, and I wasn't able to apply to out-of-state colleges because I wouldn't have residency, and I would have to pay international tuition, and that's a lot of money, right? But luckily, I'm going to UC Davis, and I think one of my challenges right now is just applying to internships. And in the tech industry, you wanted to do internships as soon as possible because they're the ones that lead to jobs and full-time positions. And just not being able to take on internships and even apply kind of puts you at a it's like a big setback, honestly. And I think it's demotivating and discouraging just knowing that you're doing all these like class projects, but you just can't apply to internships. And all the applications you just put out, you have to put a checkbox saying, I need H-1B sponsorship in the future, right? And so you don't even know if they're taking your application seriously, and you have less chances. So
tell us about how is it impacting the people who are immediately next to you, like your parents or your siblings. How are they coping up with this? Because I'm pretty sure they're stressed out about this situation as well. You're going through it yourself, but being so close to you, they must be stressing out as well. So can you share something about that?
I think parents definitely, in some ways, they're stressing out even more than I am, or or other kids as well. And it's because I think sometimes they question, did they make the right choice? But really, they did make the right choice. They did this, they came here to help us pursue our dreams, and it's just the situation and the system, which in a way has been against us. And hopefully, we can bring change to that, so both our parents and ourselves alike can not have that situation where we're constantly stressed of potentially having to leave the country or have our families separated.
Has it been same experience, Polemy and Raghav?
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of parents in this kind of situation tell their kids, focus on your studies. Don't worry about this. We're going to try our best to make a path for you. But you can tell that it's affecting, everyone in our family.
Yeah, same for mine. I think, my mom and dad, it's not just one kid aging out, but we have two. My older sister's now on. So I guess half the family is kind of in this situation. We don't know what's going to happen in a couple of months or a couple of years. So it's a lot of uncertainty, and we're just kind of hoping that it all turns out okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have made some videos on this Child Status Protection Act. And so I'd like to hear your perspective. What do you think needs to change? Obviously, this system is broken. Whoever came up with this rule wasn't thinking about everybody. Tell us what you think should happen in the Congress or in the Senate. What is your expectation?
So there are some, very simple fix for this
Mm-hmm.
issue. So number one, like you stated, this Child Status Protection Act. Unfortunately, currently the Child Status Protection Act says to use the child's age when the
Mm-hmm.
final action date is available instead of the initial filing date. So
Right.
that would be the number one fix. If they
Mm-hmm.
interpret that as being the initial filing date, so when the parents initially file for that green card, as long
Mm-hmm.
as the child is under the age of 21, that age would be locked in. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
hoping that any solutions for aging out that Congress does will be retroactive. So in the future, anyone who's already aged out can also qualify. And
Mm-hmm.
those are some things that we've been advocating for as well. But actually, that's also something that I believe the administration is able to do. And we're going to hope the Biden administration can take action and maybe do that administratively.
Right.
Now, I don't know how likely that is going to be because of
Right.
how, politics and immigration talks in general.
Right.
So a lot of our focus is also on the DREAM Act. So
Right.
for those of you that don't know about the DREAM Act, that is the bill. It's a very popular bill
Mm-hmm.
to give a path to citizenship to young people who were brought here as children and who grow up in America.
Right.
Unfortunately, until now, it has only included children of undocumented immigrants or
Mm-hmm.
children who are undocumented. So it doesn't include children in our status as E2 kids or H4 kids.
Right.
So we've been advocating a lot for that because I do think that is it's the single most likely piece of legislation that has a
Right.
chance of becoming law, especially this year.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. You hit the two of the main points that could possibly bring some change within the legislation and within the Congress. And one of the points that you indicated is it should be retroactively. So people who have already been impacted should also benefit from it because instead of just going forward kind of thing. So, Paulamy, what's your thought? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't have too much to add on to what Deep said, but it's just about inclusivity in all of these legislative pieces
Right.
so that we're included in the results.
Raghav, do you have anything to add here?
Yeah, I think Dib explains all the advocacy stuff really well. And in my experience, I looked into the CSPA, and it honestly is not the correct solution for any of
Mm-hmm.
us because it just does not protect many of us who have pending status for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of parents also have premium I-140 processing times. So it only cuts like only 1 or 2 weeks off our age. So it didn't help me, and I don't think it's going to help many other H4 students in this status.
Yeah, so as Raghav was saying, so I do think, so while I do think the CSPA, the Child Status Protection Act, the interpretation of that needs to be changed to protect many of the documented dreamers, the H4 kids. I think it's important to note, I think the main focus really should be to go for the full path to citizenship via the DREAM Act. So we can work on both of those things parallels because as Raghav mentioned, not everyone will benefit from that CSPA change.
Exactly. And if they can fix the CSPA and then also do the DREAM Act, obviously both are not going to happen at the same time. It may have time differences. So any incremental changes that will benefit is welcome. What have been your efforts so far? How did you go about contacting Congress and White House? So share us some experience on that. What have you been up to so far?
Yeah, so I started Improve the Dream about 2.5 to 3 years ago. And in the initial stages, it was learning the process, how to contact your members and other organizations who are able to help. So over the past 3 years, we've been able to develop a lot of collaborative relationships with national organizations, and then also contacting relationships with Senate offices and congressional offices. Most recently, we sent a letter to the Biden administration, the Biden immigration policy team, that was co-signed by 6 national organizations, asking them to make sure that the children of non-immigrant visa holders, like the children of H-1B and E-2 visa holders and others, are included in all efforts to protect dreamers. So, so our goal is really, it's not just about like documented versus undocumented. What we
Mhm.
want to say is all children, whether
Yeah.
they're undocumented or documented, should have equal protection and a clear path to citizenship.
That's
And
right.
my hope is we'll be able to have like a meeting with the immigration policy team in the administration soon to see
Mhm.
if they can push any administrative action in temporarily, but also get a commitment from them that any effort that they're going to do for Dreamers will also include us. And we are getting a lot of positive signs with the meetings that we've been having over the last several months.
It's really about treating all the children who have come here as minors and in their early ages and who have never seen any other country other than United States. So it's here where they have lived all their life and they plan to stay here for longer, contribute to the economy, contribute to the talent and the growth of America. So all you're saying is treat all these children equally and kind of put them in the same lens in terms of giving them pathway to the citizenship. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'd like to add that a lot of Improve the Dreams momentum comes from its numbers. It's for all documented dreamers that want to play a part in
Hmm.
advocating for this issue. Um, Actually, is going to be our inaugural newsletter. We're sending that out today, and we just want to like
Okay.
advocate for all kids to reach out to their legislators, to their Congress people, and let their stories be heard because it's really important that their voice is present in the
Right.
system.
Yeah, and to add on to that, I think doing all the political advocacy, it's our responsibility to kind of voice our opinions.
Hmm.
But I think we should also be united in this cause. And joining the community not only is gonna increase our chances, but it's also gonna help a lot of kids navigate the immigration system. I
Yeah.
know when I first started college, I didn't know any of this F1 visa or H1B visa, but being
Uh-huh.
in the community will help you a lot on how to apply to scholarships and things like that. So I would encourage any dependents and parents to join. And
Right. Right. So, can you tell us about the website and the change.org that you have put together? By the way, it's great. I have gone through it. It's really professional. You have put in a lot of effort in it. Good job on that. So,
Thank you.
you might want to share it to the parents and the audience on this channel. So,
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll go ahead and share my screen. So this is the website. It's improvethedream.org, and this is the homepage. We have a quick 2-minute video of kids asking to improve the dream that I hopefully everyone can check out. And one thing I want to note is we have this click to sign the petition, and I'd like to encourage everybody that's watching this to go on the website, improvethedream.org, and then click to sign the petition, and it will go to this website where you will be able to sign the petition. And as you can see, there's over 11,000 signatures, and I think showing that we have vast support really helps the cause. So make sure to come here and sign the petition. And then I'll just give you a quick guide over the website. So we have some statistics, and from a survey of our members, we found that there are over 200,000 plus documented dreamers in this situation that don't have a path to citizenship and are excluded from the Dream Act. Most of these are children of Indian H-1B immigrants. And the average age that we're brought here is 5, and we've been here on an average for over 12 years.
wow.
So it's amazing numbers, and I
Yeah.
think sharing that with others really shows that this population does deserve a chance to stay. And then what we have here is a take action page as well. So if you go to the take action page, you'll be able to see different ways that you can help. So you can click to find your representative and call the Washington, D.C. office. We even have a call template right here. You can click and then it'll say exactly what you need to do. It even has, so if you're a documented dreamer, so if you're someone like us, a child in this situation, you can follow this template. If you are a parent, you can follow this. And if you are a friend or supporter, you can follow this. It only takes a few minutes to do, so I really urge everyone to do that. Additionally, setting up a meeting, obviously, with the office, and we can help with this. So if you are a documented dreamer or if your child is in this situation, I urge you to take this survey. It's just a quick survey with their information, and they have the option of joining our Slack group. So after they complete this, I can send them a link to the group and where we're all working as a team to advocate for this issue. Additionally, just completing that survey will help us know like the different districts that we have documented dreamers. So that helps us advocate and meet with the different offices. And then if you want to stay updated and receive newsletters just to know what we are doing, definitely make sure to subscribe here. Just put your name and email. And then we also have a Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. So if you'd like to stay updated, our Twitter is on there as well. It's just Improve the Dream. And I think we might have that in the bottom description section as well. But I really urge everyone to check out the website and at least sign the petition and share this with whomever that you can.
That's great, Deep. This is really incredible work that you're doing. It's for a good cause. This is impacting a lot of children, a lot of parents, about more than 200,000, as you said. And I think if people can support this initiative and make a better future for all the kids that are coming in and want to live the American dream, they are already here. They are already working hard. They are smart individuals like Deep, Polmy, and Raghav. So they just represent the section of the population that's going to benefit from this. So on behalf of all three of you, I really make an appeal to all the parents and all the impacted individuals to go and sign the petition and take advantage of this effort that Deep and all of you are driving.
Just to encourage all documented dreamers to reach out, because there is a community and there is support here, and they're completely capable of pushing for legislative action.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just one last note for all the parents. I think there's a lot of things in the news and different bills, but we've been working hard on this for several years, and I think this is the year. There's a really, really good chance for something about dreamers to get passed this year, and I think it's up to us to really make sure that children in our situation are also included. And I can tell you, we are really close. From the meetings we've been having, we are really, really close. So if we can have more kids in our situation join us to help us, we can really get this done. So thank you.
Yeah, and I believe in that as well. So well said, Deep and Polamy and Raghav. It was really nice talking to you, really nice learning your experience on this channel, and I think it's going to benefit a lot of people. So good job and keep doing the great work.